It's your boy Ty back here with another video. In this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and talking about the best player at each and every single price in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Talking about cards that are 2,000 MT, talking about the cards that are most expensive in the player market. Now, we're not going to be talking about anybody that's locked in behind a set, because the last set, I'd have to go back. The last set you could lock in would have been before the All-Star set, before gambling really did start. Like, Yao Ming was the last set you really could lock in, and before that, guys, I mean, it was way back. So, I mean, you'd have to go back so long. And honestly, at this stage, none of those sets are worth locking in. So, what are you supposed to do with your MT? That's what I'm here to talk about. Now, obviously, if you have millions and millions of MT, this is kind of a lost cause, because what are you supposed to do if you have millions and millions of MT? Well, I mean, the best thing that you guys probably can do is wait for a good set. I thought last week's set was decent just because I didn't think there were any really bad dark matters. But wait for a set you like and then maybe try to pull them. I mean, again, that's basically what 2K is forcing us to do. Let's start off with 5,000 MT. So if you have less than 5,000 MT, it's pretty limited on what you can do with the MT. Two guys I want you to look at that go together: Franz Wagner and Jalen Suggs. These guys have a duo together. So, I mean, if you have 5,000 MT and are looking to start your squad, this is where I'd start. Buy Ruby Franz Wagner, buy Ruby Jalen Suggs. You give them both the dynamic duo, and now you're looking at two cards that both can compete. For Jalen Suggs, he's got a 93 3-ball with a 90 speed and really solid defensively. For Franz Wagner, 91 3-ball with 88 speed at 6'10 at that shooting guard position. Both cards can go out there and give you something. Obviously, guys, type in those locker codes: Marc Gasol, Jason Kidd. I don't think they're available now, but they were available for some time. And any new locker codes, guys, get those things in. But if you're looking for really balling on a budget, these are the two guys that I would recommend to start your squad with. Next up, guys, we got 10,000 MT. Amethyst Peyton Watson, 9,000 MT, 93 ball, 90 speed, 90 lateral quickness. So let's say you get tired of Franz Wagner, or you want to upgrade from Franz Wagner or just add to your squad. Peyton Watson is a guy that I would recommend. Again, 6'7 at the 2 release on quick. Definitely a guy that can give you a lot of things. Some other guys that I do want to recommend: Amethyst Anthony Black, 6'7 at the point guard position. Knock down shots and play decent defense. Now, with Anthony Black, again, I wouldn't necessarily recommend giving these cards shoes, just because, I mean, again, you're trying to build up your squad. But if you give him a 3-ball shoe, a speed shoe definitely does make him quite a bit better. A couple of other guys I want to talk about: Amy Leonard Miller did come out in the Wild West set, still absolutely elite. Rui base on normal, really solid. Wish his upper was maybe slightly better, but still really solid. And the last guy I want to talk about is Mo Bamba. Ami Mo Bamba, 7,000 MT. A lot of people talk, and it's true. Obviously, we've gotten some better ones, but we do not have a lot of great bigs in the player market in general, right? And so Mo Bamba, 85 3-ball, 82 speed at 7 feet tall, can give you something, especially with the Hall of Fame anchor as well as chase down artist. I hate the 20,000 MT mark. Two guys I want to talk about: Marcus Camby. Look, I know his perimeter is bad. I know offensively he's not great, but he has the ability to stretch the court, and he is going to play solid defense for you. I don't love Marcus Camby, but I don't love anybody for 20,000 MT. Other guy here, Marcus Smart, again, not a card I love, but for 20,000 MT, good luck finding much better. Next up, 35,000 MT. And here is where I can really start talking about some guys that I like. Diamond Paolo Banchero for under 35,000 MT. I'm looking at a card with an 88 3-ball, a 90 speed, solid defense, please, solid release. Remember, he is 6'10 at that small forward position. You want to talk about 3-and-D guys in my team, I think you got to mention Paolo Banchero, just one of the more complete options for under that 35,000 price tag. Some other guys I could talk about: Kwame Brown has the Kobe Bryant base on quick. Obviously, 6'11", going to play solid enough defense. For his time, was really good. Obviously, getting to be the stage in my team where he is maybe a little outdated, but still a card that can go out there and compete. Couple other guys: Diamond Drew Holiday, for his time, was maybe my favorite point guard in the entire game. Obviously, again, at this stage, not nearly as good as he once was, but still defensively an absolute problem. Last but certainly not least, Diamond Kawhi Leonard. I'm a firm believer that Kawhi plays just crazy defense. I don't know what it is about him, but the Kawhi Leonard defense is something that nobody can ever slander. Like, even if you don't like Kawhi Leonard, I don't think you can slander him. I don't. He's going to knock down shots. He's going to play good defense. There is absolutely nothing negative, in my opinion, that you can say about Kawhi Leonard and my team. You guys can hate me for saying that if you want, but that is my truth behind the Diamond Kawhi. Next up, 50,000 MT or a little over. Pink Diamond Peyton Watson, 52,000 MT. Just a better version of the other Peyton Watson, right? We had just talked about the other Peyton Watson, the Amy Peyton Watson, who I absolutely love. Guess what? Pink Diamond Peyton Watson just going to be a slightly better version of him. 6'10 or 6'7", 6'10 wingspan. Going to knock down shots, 92 3 ball, 92 speed, solid movement. Just so good in my team for 50,000 MT. An absolute steal. Two other guys I want to talk about. Rui Hachimura, 52,000 MT. If you watch my No Money Spent Squad series, you know how good and valuable Rui Hachimura truly is. A card that can compete at all levels. Last guy I want to talk about here, Alexei Pokachevsky, 7 feet tall, 7 foot wingspan, 93 ball, 88 speed, has really solid defense as well. So those are the three guys that I personally want to plug in there for 50,000 MT. Next up, guys, 75,000 MT. Dr. J, Pink Diamond. I'm not the only one that loves Pink Diamond, Dr. J. Other people in the community talk about it. I think Terrence Ross was talking about it one time. How he had all these Galaxy Opals, but Pink Diamond Dr. J was still in the starting lineup for him, and I think it's valid. Let's say you're not the best at the game. Dr. J can run to the rim. His release is super easy to time, super easy to green. He's 6'7", going to play good defense. Dr. J deserves your respect, and the moment we get a new Dr. J, going to be one of the better small forward or shooting guards in the entire game. Probably just sad it's behind gambling. I'm going to include this card, Pink Diamond Kyle Korver, because he's the My Team Mobile GOAT. Obviously, he was available for free, so if you got him, great job, but only for really My Team Mobile. If you're anything other than that or don't play a lot of offline, Korver's really not worth your time. But if you're an offline grinder, I think Korver's the best offline player, offline grinder in the entire game. Online modes, I don't like this card at all. You won't see him high on a tier list, but I'll mention it. My Team Mobile-wise, Kyle Korver is absolutely fantastic. Last guy for 75,000 MT, Pink Diamond Alex Caruso, 93 3-ball, 95 speed, a really solid defensively good speed ball handle. For me and Alex Caruso, 6'5", does so many things on the court for you. A lot of people, when I did do my tier list, were like, Ty, you're sleeping on Alex Caruso. The card is really good. And you know what? I listen to you guys. Y'all like Alex Caruso for a budget card? I'll listen. I respect it. Coming in here on my 75,000 price tag. Next up, 100,000 MT or just over. Pink Diamond Rafe, 93 ball, 87 speed, a solid interior perimeter. Look, here's the thing for Rafe. He, in my opinion, is like the new version of Wang. I said it before and I'll say it again. Think of Diamond Wang from a couple seasons ago when he came out was so good. It's basically what Rafe is. Super good Malachi Flynn plays. Still going to compete defensively. Just one of the best pick and pop bigs in the entire game. Some other guys I want to talk about. Pink Diamond Franz Wagner, 6'10", 7'1" wingspan. Once you get tired of running that Ruby duo with Jalen Suggs, Evo him up. Use the Pink Diamond iconic Franz Wagner, who is one of the best viable shooting guards in the entire game. Some other options for you guys for 100,000 MT. This is one that I think deserves to be talked about. Pink Diamond KP. Obviously, again, the Dark Matter KP is in the game. I get it. But a lot of people, most people don't have the Dark Matter KP. I don't have the Dark Matter KP. And if you're still running Pink Diamond KP, he can absolutely get the job done. For the same price tag, Tyrus Thomas at the small forward, power forward position. So good. 99,000 MT. One of the best on-ball defenders in the entire game. Like, I'm telling you, Tyrus Thomas is that good in my team. Pink Diamond Dyson Daniels, if you log in every single day this week, you're going to get this card for absolutely free. One of the best on-ball defenders in the entire game, especially at the point guard position, with a good release. Like, the Dyson Daniels base on Quick is really good, really solid. Definitely a card that can compete at the highest level. Dino Raja, 100,000 MT, 79 3-ball. Maybe a little lower than I would like, but he does have an 89 speed, a really solid interior, solid perimeter. The best thing about Dino is his player build. 6'11", with a 7'11" wingspan. You can't just make that up. A 7'11" wingspan is absolutely crazy. Another card, basically 100,000 MT, Pink Diamond Devin Booker, a little more, but 96 3-ball, 95 speed, 91 lateral quickness. One of the best offensive point guards still to this day. And I know most of these, or a lot of these cards do have a Dark Matter card, but guess what? Those cards are behind gambling. So if you want to talk about the player market, you got to mention those cards. For over like 100, or basically between the 100,000 and 200,000 MT price range, we got two guys to talk about. Domantas Sabonis and Arvydas Sabonis. These are the two, in my opinion, best cards you can get in the player market right now. And that's sad. Like, it's sad that the player market is so down bad that these are the best two guys that you can get in the player market, but it's the truth. Domantas Sabonis and Arvydas Sabonis. Domantas, a little more mobile, not quite as tall. Arvydas, a little taller, not quite as mobile. Both these cards can go out there and compete at that center position. Domantas Sabonis can play power forward, but if you want me to be honest, I think his best position is the center position. So, I mean, again, it's sad that these are our best two cards in the player market right now, but I've done the math. I've added it all up. And for me, Domantas Sabonis and Arvydas Sabonis, they're both what, 157,000 MT, and you can't do better than them. Like, look at this right now. Go into players, search for like 500,000 MT. That's what I did. And those are your two most expensive cards in the player market, and in my opinion, the two best. Like, who else you want me to talk about? You want me to talk about Terrence Ross, Jamal Crawford? It's just not going to happen because I do not think those cards are good for their price. With Arvydas, with Domantas, I don't necessarily think the cards are great for their price. I think they're overpriced, but I do think they are really solid for that price tag. That's going to wrap it up for our video, ranking all of the cards at each price in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Let me know who I slept on that you guys really do like for their specific price in my team. It's just really tough with the lack of player market and just the way things are in my team right now. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments, guys. Remember, you can lock in a set for like 600,000 MT to guarantee yourself a dark matter. So again, if you really want to talk about who is the best player in the game, like obviously it's behind gambling content. It's sad, but that's just the truth of the situation. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.